Hi guys, in today's video I thought I'd film an update on the guinea pigs. So a lot has kind of changed again for these guys. So if you guys would basically watch my last video, I think I basically updated that I'd changed the cages, because the issue we were having was that this top cage was rattling way too much and it was kind of stressing me out that it would break. So we then ended up basically putting that divider in the middle to give it some stability, which thankfully has worked. But the problem we then had was that those two guys that were underneath here, it basically, you couldn't do anything with them. So we then ended up basically giving the girls this 2x4 and this 2x5 for the 6 of them, which is a little bit small, but the long-term plan was for everybody to basically have this whole area. So I was like, okay, it's fine for a couple of weeks. We then noticed that Bunty, who's now in with them guys, she was getting picked on quite a lot around meal times, and it was getting to the point where she was actively avoiding them, and the girls as a general were just not getting along. And there was a lot of teeth chattering and there was a lot of chasing, and Bunty was losing weight, and obviously I took her into work to get her teeth checked, because my main concern was obviously to check for dentals before I do fully rule out bullying, because I am seeing it, but I just want to rule it out. So we then ended up ruling that out, and it was, okay, let's watch who does it most. So then I can kind of see if there's anyone that can pair with her, because obviously I still had to wait for Perry's castration. So it was even getting to the point where Martha, who is the youngest, who's just going through this bender bridge now, she was even doing it. And it was getting to the point where it was like she was spending the majority of her day underneath there in hide, avoiding everybody. And then it then got to the point where around mealtime she stopped weaking for her dinner, and I was like, okay, this is not okay. So Perry, who's just under there, who's the white boy, he had reached 5 weeks 5 weeks post castration, and I was chatting to a few vets about it, and they were like, it is so rare for them to get them pregnant after 4 weeks. They were like, some back in the day it was recommended to do it 2 weeks post castration to do intros. So I was like, okay, she needs social companionship, obviously. And there was some issues with these guys in the sense of, yes, they get on, but it was getting to the point where it was like, Perry is feral, and Nora, he was basically getting on Nora's nerves with how shy he is, because he clings to Nora. It's like when Nora wants to go out in the run, Perry will sometimes block a house in the run so she can't move, which that was getting a bit much. So yes, so we then ended up yesterday doing the bond. We did the bond in the bath, kept them in the bath overnight so I could have time to fully like spot clean and clean their cage. And thankfully the bond was, I was going to film the bond, but it was one of the easiest bonds I've ever done. Now I've not had a hard bond in a really long time, so I kind of stopped filming them because I'm like, there is no point, because it's just so easy lately. So yeah, they bonded. They've now got in the 3x4. The plan is to put them in a 4x4. So I'm just basically waiting for my partner to come home with some more corrects today. And tonight we're actually going to make this into a 4x4 for them. So God knows what I'm going to do with this black unit. But yeah, so that is roughly the plan for these guys. But she is so much different. Like, she is coming out, she's popcorning, she's eating, is very much a different pig, which is actually really nice to see, because it was getting to a point where I was like, I was quite concerned. And these girls do not care in the slightest. I mean, like, they're not missing hair, they're not vocalizing for hair, they generally do not care. So yes, so far as well, Rosie, who is just back in her house, I believe, she has not had her baby yet, which we are very much waiting for, because they are quite active in there, they are moving in there, and she has been open for quite a while, but she has had a lot of litters, so they do open a bit earlier when they've had so many litters. So it is now just about basically waiting for her to have the babies. But yes, so that is kind of the update. Also, actually, we did change the cage as well, because they are now on harsh shavings. Now, I like fleece. It is cheaper. It works for us. But it drives me insane. Like, there's so much work to fleece, and I'm like, I don't always have the time. So I'm like, at least if I have like a half bit, like a cage with half fleece, half bedding, etc., that just makes it a little bit easier for me. And yes, the plan is still long term, that once I know what Rosie is having, like for example, if she has a male baby, obviously he's got to come off at 3 weeks. So my plan for that long term is that he'll probably end up going with Nora, because Nora's spayed, and then Bunty and Perry will then go in with these guys, or if, for example, Shoal has girls, all 3 will join these guys, and I'll then have one big herd, and they'll basically have this 2x5, and then this 4x6. It'll be a 4x6, yeah. So that will really be good for them. Also, it's really good for the girls as well to have a male in with them, especially when you have bitchy females. Like, it just works for them. So that is the plan. So we still have a couple of weeks off for that, but it also gives Bunty time to get some weight on her, to get some confidence on her. I'm also going to be ordering some more of the houses from Hay Pigs, because I actually really want to make a little guinea pig village, which I think will actually be really sweet. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. My next video will probably be the update on Rosie gives birth, if she ever does, because she's holding on to these babies. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.